Hey everybody, time for another game theory community sort of discussion video. If you like the videos, like, sub, silly comment, share, support the channel if you can. I appreciate it. Thanks. Super chat, PayPal, Patreon, super comment the video, super hype the video. I guess they have that now if you want to. I appreciate it. Thanks. There was a interview today, I guess, or a status update about 2XKO. And I thought that maybe they were going to talk about balance, but they didn't. And I was just kind of wondering if they're going to talk about balance, because if you see people talking about the game or posting for the game, of course it's combos. All their TOD combos, they're 30-second long combos. And I got to go back to this. Are we forgetting that this is the same team that has multiple interviews where they talk about they don't want super long combos. They don't want touch of death combos. And I said this so many times before. Every interview I feel like that they do for this game is just another it's just so weird, dude. And it's like I've said before, when they talk about the combo stuff in the game, I'm like, why do you have interviews talking about you don't want a combo game when you switched it to a tag team game and you literally have a team, you've hired a team that just likes combos? Your team is consisting of guys, of people who are known as combo guys. And then you complain when there's too many combos in the game. Well, seemingly, I guess they've seemingly given up on even talking about this. I just kind of got to imagine they've sort of theoretically or whatever have thrown their hands up in the air and been like, you know what? The game's been being made for 10 years. Fuck it. It's a combo game. So, like I said, I'm not telling you not to play 2XKO. You can play 2XKO, whatever, right? You know, I don't control what you do. You can watch my haters, whatever. But all I say is just call a spade, dude. You know, hold these people accountable for, you know, the stuff that they say. Because, again, I just feel like they basically have thrown their hands up in the air and just are like, whatever, fuck it. It's a combo game. That's what people are doing. But it shows just the complete lack of actual vision for the game and whatever. I am somewhat surprised that the goal is that once the game finally releases, they want to do 5 characters a year. That's kind of surprising given the development process of them. Like I said, I would be surprised if they actually ever get to 30 characters, and it's a tag team game. So you would think that 30 characters for a tag team game is reasonable, but who knows? I guess 30 characters, if they get to 30 characters, I guess the game would be 14 or 15 years old or something like that if they ever get there. And again, I know some people are like, oh, it doesn't count 10 years because the first 3 years was just research and development, which again, it makes no sense because the characters were already there. The special moves were already there. It's not like you were making these characters from scratch, right? I mean, look at a game like Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter fucking 2 came out, 12 characters, right? Yes, 4 were bosses, but you know what I mean, right? I've said this before. I said this recently, actually. I didn't even think about this in my other videos. I was like, you know what? If you want to say the first 3 years don't count because it was just research and development, and then you want to say the next 3 to 4 years don't count because it was a 1v1 game, and now only these past 4 years count because this is when it's been a tag team game. If this doesn't count, do you think that they would go to Riot and be like, hey, here's our 6 years of salary, let's give it back, because we now have interviews where we said that the first 6 years basically of us making the game don't count. So do you think they should actually be like, hey, Riot, here's our 6 years of salary, let's give it back to you? Do you think that is kind of reasonable? I mean, that is kind of what you're implying now, right? You're saying that the first 6 years of our development of the game don't count. Only the last 4 years do. So do you want to give back your 6 years worth of salary? Of course they don't want to do this, right? Anyway, I don't really know what to say. I thought the combo thing, I did wonder if they were going to comment on the balance, actually, just because I wanted to laugh if they were going to talk about combos another year. I was going to do, is it going to be another yearly, whatever, so many month interview where they're like, we don't want this game to be about combos. But I guess at this point they're like, fuck it, whatever, dude. You know? So anyway, again, that's not that you shouldn't play the game. You know, you can do whatever you want. I know it's kind of funny. I've been, Jesus Christ, there must be a lot of 2x KO haters are like searching all my Reddit posts and now posting on my Reddit posts, posting these things that I've never said before. Oh, you think you're so much better than everybody. You think you would beat Marlon Pie. You think you'd beat all these people. You're always talking about how you would beat everybody. It's like, where did I say this in these interviews? Like, I've literally said that I feel lucky that I ever beat anybody, but I hate to bring it up if you're talking about Marlon Pie and other people on the team. Do you know that I actually did beat these people in tournaments? Now, I actually said I feel lucky that I won, but guess what? I don't consider myself a competitive player, so I don't know what people are trying to fake say that I said things now on my Reddit posts about the people on the team. Never said any of these things. It's very strange. If anything, I said you should watch these people. You can be friends with these people. I mean, do whatever you want, dude. I don't control you. But just look at these people deep down, right? A lot of these people on the team are not good people, right? A lot of these people have fraudulent credentials, right? Not saying for you not to play the game or anything like that. Not saying that I would beat all these people, all that kind of stuff. But guess what? I have beat many of these people when we played when I was younger. And I saw some guys saying, well, why don't you beat them now? Go beat them again. Pretty sure that every time I come back, quotation marks, come back to games, do we need to go back and look what happened on Fightcade? Haven't played games in years. Broken controller. Remember what happened when we were playing Guilty Gear? Hadn't played in years and I started beating people. Oh, well, you didn't have your name as Clayton Chapman, so it doesn't count when you beat people again. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Come on, man. You know, I got, sorry that I don't, my life is not dedicated to fucking playing video games all day. And every time I win, it doesn't count. You know, it only counts if you were to beat me. Like, come on, bro. Like, get a life, dude. I've already said I don't consider myself a competitive player anymore and that I feel lucky when I ever win. So I don't know what you're complaining about. But obviously, the fact that you're stalking me, I guess, whenever I make a Reddit post now, mad about it, shows that it has triggered you, I guess. But again, that's really all I have to say. Again, just mostly, I just was wondering if they're going to comment on the combo thing, which I guess they didn't. But whatever, game is what it is. If you want to play it, by all means, that's your prerogative. So Bobby Brown yourself, you know. But anyway, remember if you like the videos, like, sub, silly comment, share, support the channel if you can. I appreciate it. Thanks. The end.